Okay, dear students, welcome to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the current transformer. As we know, the current transformer is to use for the measuring the lower current with the help of the instruments. If current is high, then we reduce it so that it can be measured with the help of the normal ammeter. The current transformer is used with its primary winding connected in series with the line carrying the current to be measured, and therefore primary current is not determined by the load on the secondary transformer secondary load on the current transformer secondary. So we can see the current transformer is like this. It contains the line voltage, line current is connected with the primary winding. It is the secondary winding, and that is the current coil and pressure coil of the wattmeter, and that is the two potential circuit it is connected. Now the primary consists of very few turns, and the secondary of the current transformer has large number of turns, the exact number being determined by the turn ratio, by which we can determine how many exact number of turn are used. Ammeter and wattmeter current coil is connected directly across the secondary terminals, so the current transformer operated secondary nearly under short circuit condition. One of the terminal of the secondary winding is earthed so as to protect the equipment. Now it is the diagram of the current transformer as we have seen. Now we are taking the equivalent circuit of the current transformer. If here we see the equivalent circuit of the current transformer, that contain the primary current IP, resistance of primary winding Rp, reactance of primary winding Xp, I0, then IE, Im are the current. Now here the all the component are described like Rs, resistance of the secondary winding. So that is denoted by symbol Rs. Now Xx is the reactance of the secondary winding. That is denoted by Xs. Now the Re is equal to resistance of external burden, means the resistance of meters, current coil, etc., including lead. That is the Re. Re is the resistance of the burden. Now the Xe is the reactance of the external burden. That is denoted by Xc, as shown here in the diagram. So these are the, we describe the term Rs, Xs, Re, Xc. These are the term we describe. Now remaining term are Ep, that is the primary induced voltage. The primary induced voltage is denoted by term Ep as shown here. That is the primary induced voltage. Now next term is the Es, Np and Ns, secondary induced voltage. That is the Es is the secondary induced voltage. Np is the primary number of turn, and Ns is the secondary number of turn. These are the primary and secondary number of turn which are described here. Now the Es, Np, Ns, Vs is the voltage at the secondary winding terminal. So Vs is here, the voltage across the secondary winding terminal is denoted by Vs. If is the secondary winding current, Ip primary winding current, theta phase angle of the transformer, phi is the working flux of the transformer, delta is the angle between the secondary induced voltage and the secondary current. So that is the total burden including impedance of the secondary winding. So we can say delta is equal to tan inverse, or that is the total impedance reactance is the XS or XC upon RSRE, that is denoted by the delta, and that is the phase angle of secondary load current tan inverse XC upon RE. So here we are considering only the term XC or RE are considered there. Now come to the alpha, that is the angle between exciting current to IO and the working flux phi. तो दैट इज डिनोटेड बाय phi और IO के बीच का जो करंट है. And now next term is the IM is the magnetizing component of exciting current, and IE is the loss component of the exciting current. So in this manner these are described here. अब हम इसमें what we will do, ये टर्म हमने डिफाइन कर दी, एंड दैट इज द इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट ऑफ द करंट ट्रांसफॉर्मर. तो इट कैन बी आस्क्ड विद अस व्हाट इज द इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट, क्या होगा करंट ट्रांसफॉर्मर का, एंड हाउ मच दैट वी कैन सी हियर, दैट इज द इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट ऑफ द करंट ट्रांसफॉर्मर. ये हमारे करंट ट्रांसफॉर्मर का इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट है, वो बन जाएगा. Now come to the term, that is the transformation ratio. First we draw the phasor diagram. So if we draw the phasor diagram of this primary of this current transformer, then it will the phasor diagram as shown here. Here the alpha is the angle between the two term. I alpha is showing the angle between IO and IM, इनके बीच का यहाँ पर, that is indicating the angle, एंगल को इंडिकेट कर रहा है. थीटा इज द IP और NIS के बीच के एंगल को इंडिकेट हो रहा है. IS और NIS के बीच का IE और NIS का डेल्टा इज इंडिकेटिंग. तो इस तरह से ये हमने इसका फेजर डायग्राम को रिप्रेजेंट किया हुआ है. हियर द नेगेटिव टर्म्स आर इंडिकेटिंग, दैट विद माइनस से यहाँ पर इंडिकेट किया हुआ है. नाउ द कम टू दी, वी विल कैलकुलेट द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशो. तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशो को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए वी आर टेकिंग द पार्ट ऑफ दिस फेजर डायग्राम, नॉट कंप्लीट फेजर डायग्राम. So this part of the phasor diagram is only opted for finding out the derivation. That is a part of this phasor diagram is considered here. So that angle will be calculated. That angle will be, that is the total 90-degree angle, and if we subtract it, then it will be 90 minus alpha minus delta. That will be the एंगल बिटवीन द एल्फा और डेल्टा के. अगर हम एंगल को इनको हटा देते हैं एल्फा और डेल्टा को, दैट विल बी दिस एंगल. तो ये हमारे पास ये एंगल है, जो रिमेनिंग एंगल जो यहाँ पर बच रहा है, दैट एंगल विल बी डिनोटेड. तो नाउ वी कैलकुलेट द टर्न रेशो. अब हम इसको कैलकुलेट करते हैं कि व्हाट विल बी द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशो. तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशो विल बी, consider a small section of the phasor diagram. We have triangle BAC, जो हमारे पास यहाँ पर एंगल BAC है. इस डायग्राम में हम BA और C को देख रहे हैं, दैट इज 90 माइनस एल्फा माइनस डेल्टा. तो एंगल BAC इज इतना, सो AC बराबर इतना, OA बराबर इतना, एंड OC बराबर इतना, दैट इज गिवन. तो BC इज इक्वल टू IO साइन 90 माइनस डेल्टा माइनस एल्फा इज इक्वल टू IO कॉस डेल्टा प्लस एल्फा, एंड AB इज इक्वल टू IO साइन डेल्टा प्लस एल्फा. तो नाउ वी कैन कैलकुलेट द OC. OC will be OC square. If we calculate the, in this diagram we calculate the OC square. तो OC square is equal to OA square plus OA square, OB square plus BC square, that is given here, that is the OC square is equal to OA plus AB square plus BC square. Now IP square is calculated by putting these values which we have calculated here, and IP will be transformation ratio will be IP upon IS. So that will be this. If we neglect the some term IO is very less than NIS, then this ratio will be this, and R is equal to N plus IO upon IS sine delta plus alpha. So that is the formula of calculating the value of the transformation ratio. So here in this diagram we calculate the transformation ratio for the current transformer. Okay, thank you very much.